Gets it out quickly. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. To the ground with the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
He's got him in the flat. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Makes the catch. Oh, he got loose. Finds a place at the 20. He's brought down the one to play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top. Flushed out of the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
To throw, it's Gardner. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes back at the 3.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Gets him away from trouble. That's a pickup of 6. Mark it at the 10. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room. Give these big...
Finds a spot in the middle. Right down the gut of the field. 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. Houston came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks at H-Town had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Working that left side now. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB in this one. Put some pressure on him, and they're already off to a great start.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably
Looking for the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Volunteers will go for it on fourth down. Tight end now in motion. Quarterback making adjustments. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He'll take another shot here. Touchdown, Tennessee! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. How about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Back to throw, it's Gardner. Fires to the tight end. At the 40, there he goes. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. Still looking on the move. Gonna try to get it himself. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Out of the gun to give to the back. Powers forward but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Dropping back, it's Gardner. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
You got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and kneeling on third down. Snagged out of the air. And they make the striking connection, and they've got it down to the 13-yard line, a red zone chance. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all
Got enough space. Touchdown, Texas. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And he's going to try to return this one. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Oh, they're after him. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Vols can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Moves around to clear up the vision. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
Oof, that boy's got you holding your breath every time he runs the football. So elusive, so fast. He scrambles around, buys time, and throws an incompletion. But every incompletion even looks good because he's so exciting to watch.
Quarterback keeps it. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
They wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
And this offense choose to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum, to swing back to the other side of the football field.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
And the Volunteers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. Touchdown ball! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
You know, they say sometimes for quarterbacks the hardest throws to make are when the guy's wide open. How do you miss that throw if you're the QB? Just put air on it. You can underthrow it by 10 yards. That receiver would have come back and fielded a punt.
Plows through the defense. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a young one.
You gotta have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Punch it out of the air. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Quick completion on the out route. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Neyland Stadium, alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Big 3rd down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on 3rd down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. Back to throw, it's Gardner. He's got his man, makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. And the Longhorns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll go back to the ground. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Immediately fires to the middle. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
The give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. Makes the catch. It's Moss. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate.
Hey, bro, I got to move my truck. Give me like a second.
Yeah, and he
I'm back.
And this is a timing round. Quarterback has to trust him throwing the football. You can tell they're throwing this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
I didn't mean.
Spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout.
Fuck up. God damn. At least my truck fit.
2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Hand off from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. It's Gardner. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Looking forward. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Clock's still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Gonna swing it on second down. Pressure coming. Keeps it and gets the first down. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He'll pull it down. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big game. He does it again. He's got the knack of just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The Vols offense will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Gets it to him on the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, going to the air. It's complete! And he will score! Touchdown, Volunteers! You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been pumped the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And he's going to bring this one out. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So here is the Tennessee offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is...
He's loose. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head spinning just breaks into the open. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
When the running back gets going and gets a head of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it's hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
He'll do it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising. chasing for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Looking to pass. It's Gardner. Throws to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
They'll go back to the air on second down. This time it's complete. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. The corners are walked up tight. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's reeled in. It's Moss. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Makes the grab on the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Looking to throw, it's Gardner. He wants it all. Touchdown, Longhorns! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Let's see what he can do with the return. He's got great speed. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run play action. Gets it out fast. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This coaching staff has really done a nice job marrying the play-action game to their running game. That looked like that was going to be a run. Everything in that play said they're running the ball downhill. At the last second, quarterback pulled the football, and he was able to complete the throw.
Found to stop the defense. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He might want another play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
How about this goal line defense? On first down, they expect the run. They stuff it for a loss. And on second down, expecting pass, they can now get after the quarterback and bring him down for a sack. They are pushing this offense back in the wrong direction. This has been textbook goal line defense here as of late.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
This defense is playing excellent on this drive here in critical down and distances. Second and goal and third and goal. They're able to get sacks and push the offense back, now forcing a field goal try.
And he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7.
Damn, dog, I really gonna lose off some bullshit.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. He's got him. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Looking for a man. It's Gardner. Got him downfield. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Moss.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they did. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up.
Come on, bro, let me get this dub, man. You already 5 and 4, Slade.
Offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run. Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock and try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
They'll move the wide receiver. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Pulls it in. It's Butler. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man quickly.
And you see on that play the confidence that he has in that playmaker on the perimeter of the field. He's already had a couple catches in this game. It seems like he's always open. And right there, nice job fitting that football into a small space and great awareness by the receiver getting his feet down in bounds.
On third and long, trying to convert through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy.
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And this is the chance for this offense. A first and goal, fourth quarter, trying to tie the game up. Gonna look downfield again. Now improvising. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation, drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points. And this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
On third and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown ball! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down one late. Do you want to just kick an extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for two? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Louisiana is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jake Delhomme and Brian Mitchell, this has not been a blowout today in Lafayette. They're up by a field goal over Georgia State. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking downfield, it's Gardner. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Unloads to the right. Makes a connection. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
With the catch, it's Moss. Still on his feet at the 45. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up. Maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Shoots it to the left. incomplete pass, taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Wants to throw. It's Gardner. Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on third down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Going for it on fourth down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Bringing it back. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown Volunteers.
And at this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Paul? Gets the pick six to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the fourth quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. Here's a heat. The throw. Got his man on the right. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back to pass, it's Gardner. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Touchdown, Tennessee! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season. So you think they shouldn't run up the score like this? I remember an old story of one coach telling the other one, I only coach one team, man. It's your job to stop me.
Yeah, I like that approach. That should be your philosophy, but that doesn't mean you don't remember that. You have a turn later on a lot of times when your team's better to do the same thing, to return the favor, and make him forget that.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. One more play to pad the stats. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
What's happening, my boy? Yo. Whoop.
It's gone, just bring it back.
No, you got that problem. You hear me, bro?
Yo.
What's down with you?
Shit, man. Cool. Trying to get some of these football games out the way.
Man, boy, I met up with a squad earlier, bro.
Tell him, bro. Play something. Like.
Hey, bro. Boy, we went to Blue Gate. Hey, so I was just playing, getting a few runs out the way, you know, give me some stuff. That boy say, This, you got a mic? I wasn't gonna put it on, but he was like, hey, if you wanna try something, you know, we can try it or whatever. He caught my attention. I go put on my mic. The boys wanted to go into Blue Gate and go into Harvest, about where the Queen at.
Yeah.
Where she be sitting there, she be protecting that little thing. So we hurry up, we ran in and we broke in. You gotta breach the little things and then put the canisters in. You do it right, the thing will like pop your shields and it's gonna throw fire. Once it pop your shields, don't apply the shields anymore. But whatever you see the fire coming, you gotta hurry up and run out before it locks you in and tries to kill you. But once you do it right, it gives you like legendary gear and stuff like that.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, me and the boys did it earlier. I got a equalizer blueprint for some weapon called the equalizer.
Yeah.
And old boy came out with a legendary.
Oh, that's fucking fire.
Yeah, boy, me and the boys did it, and I see the video on how he is doing it and all that. We'll have to go in. I can show you how to do it. We'll go in with like a free loadout.
Yeah.
That way we'll lose nothing. Cause like we not trying to kill nobody, we not trying to loot. We just trying to hurry up and get to it. And if we do it right, each of us, whenever you do it right, 3 canisters are gonna open, and then everybody get their own canister and search. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you get, that's what you leave with. You know what I'm saying? But it's fire, dog. You know, that's what the Queen protecting. Yeah, like I said, I sure got me a little blueprint earlier. They got some goodies, bro, for real.
I got my shit already.
So I just put it the biggest upset ball.
Yeah, it's nice.